aka MrBoxer.com, aka Mr. Holla at your motherfucking boy. Alright, so I'm kind of coming out of the woodwork with some shit today, man. I've been thinking about this shit for a long time, man. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, what the fuck? Where did this shit come from? But hey, man, like I said, I've been thinking about this for a long time. You know, it's not hard to figure out. I'm an Adrien Broner fan. I like Adrien Broner. I think Adrien Broner, as far as what he brings to the sport of boxing, I think, it's a lot. Adrien Broner brings excitement to the sport of boxing, especially earlier on in his career. A lot of people didn't like his persona. They didn't like AB. They didn't like him flushing money down the toilet and dancing on the way in the ring and walking out with rappers and, doing all kind of wild and crazy shit. But I think that it made things that much more exciting. You know what I mean? Like, when Adrien Broner was going to fight, you would tune in to see, what is this motherfucker going to do next? Like, what the fuck? Like, I gotta see what this dude's gonna do next. You know what I mean? Like, you would tune in to watch the shit unfold. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the benefit in watching an Adrien Broner fight. But the problem is now is that Adrien Broner as a fighter has his limitations. All right, he has his pitfalls, and we see that because it's been 3 times now Adrien Broner has lost. He lost to Marcos Maidana. He's lost to Sean Porter. He lost to Mikey Garcia. And all very devastating losses. You know what I mean? I say probably the most respectable loss would probably be to Marcos Maidana, because he was at least in the fight. You know what I mean? He was fighting back, and he got knocked down a few times, which cost him the fight. But he was fighting back. He was busy. He was aggressive. He was doing everything that he should have did. But after the Marcos Maidana fight, it was like the air was taken out of his tires, man, and he just kind of fell the fuck back. So with all that shit being said, the point that I want to make here is, I believe that Adrien Broner needs to start fresh. I think Adrien Broner needs to go with a new trainer. And in other videos I've kind of talked briefly about this and hinted that I believe he should probably think about going with another trainer. But at this point in his career, I'm confident. I think that he should go with another trainer. I think that he should start new. And I'm not saying that to disparage Mike Stafford, because I believe that Mike Stafford is a huge reason why Adrien Broner has made it to the point he's made it. But I think that Adrien Broner needs to start new, and he needs to start adding to his strengths. Okay? Strength. Adrien Broner's strength is his speed, his combination punching, punches to the body, to the head. Okay? Those are his strengths. His weaknesses is his foot movement. He doesn't move his feet very well. He doesn't, he's not really good at outboxing. He has a fast jab, but not a consistent jab. Those are his weaknesses. All right? So what I think Adrien Broner should do, I think Adrien Broner should focus on improving his strengths, okay, rather than trying to make up the difference from his weaknesses, okay? Now, he was like lately in his later fights, he's been kind of trying to compensate for his weaknesses by trying to learn how to fight off of his back foot and throw jabs and fight at a distance, kind of Mayweather-esque style. But that hasn't really worked out for him because he doesn't have the boxing IQ to be able to sustain that kind of fight. Not only that, but he doesn't have the experience necessary in order to get the job done like that. So what I think Adrien Broner should actually do, I think Adrien Broner should go with a new trainer, like I said earlier, but I think that he should go with a very specific trainer. I think Adrien Broner should use Derrick James as his next trainer. I think Derrick James would be a perfect trainer for Adrien Broner. Okay? Now, why do I say that? I say that because of the fighters that Derrick James trains. Okay? He trains Jermell Charlo and Earl Spence. I think that their styles are very well suited for someone like Adrien Broner. Okay? If you look at Errol Spence, he's not super skillful. He doesn't fight from the outside. His style, he's a pressure fighter. Okay, but he's very meticulous and very skillful about the way he goes about fighting pressure fighter, like a pressure fighter kind of style. But at the end of the day, it's a pressure style. You know what I mean? It's a pressure style. Same thing with Jermell Charlo. It's a pressure style. You know, he's not really moving his legs too much. He's standing there. He's pretty much flat-footed. You know what I mean? He's getting in and out of the way. You know, he's doing little things, but he's not really moving, and he's putting pressure at the same time. It's like boxer puncher kind of style. You know what I mean? And that's the style that I think that it would work well for Adrien Broner. I think that style would work really well for Adrien Broner, given his strengths. You know, he has good power. He has good speed. The problem is he's trying to fight on his back foot when he doesn't have the boxing IQ to be able to do that. He needs to be trying to focus on fighting on his front foot, adopting that pressure style that he was using earlier on in his career when he was fighting at the lower weight divisions. Okay, but the difference between him going back to that exact style is by going with Derrick James, he would learn a more skillful way to utilize that style. Okay? He would be able to fight on his front foot, but not get hit as much as he gets hit now. Okay? You look at Errol Spence. Errol Spence doesn't get hit that much. He gets hit, but if you think about the way how he fights, he doesn't get hit nowhere near as much as he should get hit, fighting the way he fights. Coming on his front foot. You know what I mean? I just think that style would be perfect for Adrien Broner. I think Derrick James would be a perfect coach for Adrien Broner to be able to further develop his skill set. The skill set that he developed earlier on in his career, I think Derrick James will be able to take it to the next level. And we may get the resurgence of Adrien Broner, okay? And I think that he should go back down to 140 and really get busy like that. And I think we could really see a new version of Adrien Broner, a real new and improved version of Adrien Broner, and he can really do some things. I think with that extra touch, that extra addition to his skill set, man, who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? Now, this is all hypothetical because we know that Adrien Broner is going to be loyal to Mike Stafford, and, you know, who's to say that even if he goes with somebody like a Derrick James, that he's able to pick up the skill set, he's able to pick that up as easily as I believe it would happen. Because I think that that style is tailor made for somebody like Adrien Broner, but who's to say he'll be able to pick it up? But if he did make that change and he was able to pick up that style and use it, I think he'll be a force to be reckoned with. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Hit it up in the comment section below. You can also hit me up on Twitter, BoxX or Die. You can hit me up on Facebook, Box -sign Like the video, subscribe, all that bullshit. But until next time, it's your boy Done Mind signing out. Holla at your motherfucking boy.